Good morning, Darklings, and welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to be diving in today to the Myth Oracle walkthrough, a deck sent to me by Daniel Martin Diaz, a treasure in the palm of my hands that truly, truly is inspiring and such a generous gift from the Creator. So I did do the walkthrough already of the tarot, the Earth Magic Tarot, done by the same creator and sent to me along with this deck. If you haven't seen that yet, the link will be in the description. I highly recommend it for everyone. Everyone needs to see this work. That is my opinion. But I was very excited to wake up this morning because I cannot wait to fully do a walkthrough and go through this deck and experience it with you guys. I have not fully went through the deck, but I am very excited to, and to give my honest review of it. If you are interested in purchasing the Myth Oracle or many of the other gorgeous decks that Daniel has on his website, the link will be in the description. I highly recommend that you go and give his website a nice little checkout because the art on there is inspiring to look at. His decks are amazing. And it's an overall joy to visit in itself. All right, guys, so as usual, we are going to be starting out with the box. So it came in this box inside of the hard box. I took it out for the purpose of this walkthrough and review so it would be easier to get to. But I was looking and meditating on these boxes the other night after the first walkthrough. And it's interesting because you can actually see certain patterns and it will 3D out like those little illusion books that I used to look at as a kid. Anyway, I thought it was cool, just a cool little something, you know. On the inside it says, "It is time," which I love these little like affirmations or messages on both the boxes to this and the tarot deck. I just think they're really nice touches. Though not a huge fan of tuck boxes, I'm so grateful that it came with this. But having a great box adds to the excitement. So this is the full box. I'm so excited. I love that little image there too. It's simple, yet such a beautiful pattern. This is what the inside looks like. Creator's initials. I love this little piece of art. Look at this. I love this. That is so pretty. I think I'm going to put this on my altar for a little bit, kind of meditate on it before working with the deck. I think that is just excellent. Excellent little touch. And here is the title card. I love that coloring, the sepia coloring. Oh my goodness. The back. It is linen and the cardstock is excellent. So it comes with a little book, Myth Oracle. It's very informational. Myth Oracle, Transcendent Archetypes by Daniel Martin Diaz, and oh my goodness, Transcendent Archetypes. So just by off of that, it kind of makes me feel a little bit like we're going to be dealing with archetypes in this deck that help transcend us, right? Or our journeys, which is a very alchemical process. So I love that. Let's see if I'm right. Let's read a little bit from the book. So, The Myth Oracle by Daniel Martin Diaz. My journey came in creating the Myth Oracle deck, came from an interest in archetypes that have been part of human consciousness since our earliest days. Oh my goodness. The more I find out, the more I absolutely love the creator. I have a very huge fascination with archetypes as well. But anyway, let's move forward. These transcendent archetypes exist somewhere between the conscious and unconscious, personal and universal. Each card represents hours of thought, research, and work. I drew from ancient traditions, alchemical, Gnostic, hermetic, and many more concepts, which it shows in his work. It really shows. To channel their visual language and introduce a new way of experiencing these timeless concepts. The images and text combine ancient symbolism with psychology. These archetypes stir memories hidden deep within our DNA, awakening the subconscious and primordial memories carried through our lineage and collective consciousness. They create portals where they might connect with forgotten aspects of themselves that echo through generations. The oracle serves as a mirror for deeper truths. The deck illuminates the present by revealing the archetypal visions and emotions within oneself. In our fragmented world, we've lost touch with the primordial forces that once guided our understanding. So agree. Myth Oracle offers a path to reconnection. The language of each card balances emotional depth with psychological insight. The words are meant to be contemplated, not just understood. They open doors that logic alone can't access. My God, I could cry. Like, I'm loving this so much. For the depth, for the work that went into it. Like, I can truly appreciate this. Okay, back to the book. I hope Myth Oracle becomes a companion on your journey towards self-knowledge, not as an escape, but as an engagement with the mysteries that make us human. When you lay out the cards in a meaningful pattern, they become a mirror for your questioning, guiding you towards the truths you're ready to receive. Recognizing yourself in these primal forms reveals you're never truly alone in your seeking. Oh my God, like I'm gonna cry. Do you know why that feels so true? So in the first walkthrough, I started to say it. I decided to edit it out because I wanted it to be as professional as possible. But after reading this, I've just got to briefly say it, okay? And it's about this art piece here that I absolutely love, that is created by Daniel as well. This little printable that was sent with it. So this couldn't have come at a better time where I was truly feeling a lot of what was described in the book, that I'm going through a transformation of sorts and really looking deep within myself. And this came, and let me read you what it says on the back. And this was the same day, mind you, I was thinking about my family and just life in general and grief and things that I've experienced and looking for answers, I guess, soul searching, right? So, elegy, lament, sacrifice, transcendence. A figure stands within the flames, neither destroyed nor consumed. Her eyes hold sorrow, yet her stance is open. A gesture of surrender and witness, fire surrounds her like a hymn, both destructive and purifying. A song of grief that carries the soul beyond the mortal veil. The elegy is not silence, but the voice of remembrance, an acknowledgement of endings that opens the path to transformation. This card asks you to honor loss, not as a void, but as a sacred teacher. Grief is not the absence of love, but its continuation. Reshaped by fire, you may be called to release what can no longer remain, to accept a burning away of illusions, attachments, or identities. In the lament lies renewal, and in the ash, the first seed of resurrection. When the elegy peers, sit with your sorrow, do not turn away. Through mourning you are refined, your spirit made more luminous. This is not despair, but devotion, the soul's way of remembering what matters most. So that being said, me just needing that day to really be in my feelings and process everything. I think I'm going through a spiritual journey of refinement, and it is a very alchemical process. And I think this is one reason why this work has touched me so deeply, which I feel like all our journeys are alchemical, right? And I think it's just being aware of what processes you're on at the time. So I just wanted to share that because it kind of goes hand in hand with this work. I think that this is genius. I'm really happy to hear from a deck creator who seems to be so in tune with this in-depth knowledge of hermetics and alchemy and symbolism and the work that it truly takes towards refining the spirit, right? And we're going to read a little bit out of it too when we do the reading at the end. So, all right, guys, let's get into the cards. I know you want to see them. I've spent a while talking. And at the end, we're going to read with the tarot deck. And I might do a few comparisons for both to wrap it up. I want to see what other decks I have, Oracle and Tarot, that could pair with these, or that I might use personally with them. Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, I am so happy with that coloring, and look at that art. Oh my goodness, you know what? This may yet become my favorite Oracle deck ever. Seriously. Look at this. Transform, just like the piece of art. Wow. Yeah, so she's engulfed in flames, yet she seems safe, right? There's like a little bit of light separating the flames from her head, like that illumination. So this fire is definitely coming from within out. Oh, yeah. Wow. Balance. Wow. So symbolic. We have established in the last one how much I really like symbolism, stuff like that. So without reading the book, my own interpretation would kind of be like balancing out our daily lives, the things we carry, the things that we come from, and the places we are going. When you align the higher with the lower self, it's when true balance and harmony can grow. He definitely did put a lot into this and a lot of research. Courage, look at that. Sometimes it takes us to become part of our instinctual and animal-like nature to carry on with courage when we are afraid. Courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid, right? It means that you face things regardless of that fear. Enchantment. Look at the siren. Oh, she's singing, which means she's luring things. So in a reading, how could you interpret that? It could be quite a few ways. What are you being lured to, or what are you luring? Is it an illusion? Are you being lured to your death, but you think it's something great? I don't know. When we do our little reading at the end, I'm going to be reading a little bit out of it. And in the future, I probably will be doing like a little study with this deck. I might do it on here or no? Don't know yet. Change. Wow. Look at the duality in that. And it's also that fine line, like between life and death and all the cycles that the world and humanity experiences. Ooh, the Tower of Babel, perhaps? Upheaval. It may not be the Tower of Babel, but it's kind of what it reminds me of. And yeah, in that story, you know, everyone was upheaved, separated, right? So I think not only like a tower moment like you would have, because Daniel states in the book, these cards are meant for you to look within and see truth, right? To meet an upheaval from yourself, from your higher self. You are unbalanced, or something's unaligned, or from yourself is interfering with your reality around you. Or an upheaval could be good. Your shadow's not your enemy. So with that archetype always pushing to be seen and come out for your betterment, that can upheave you when illusions are taken down and you see yourself in a way you never wanted to before, right? Or find out truths that you never considered or thought could be reality. Passage, look. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, I have chills right now. I have chills. This isn't only perfect for a collector, guys. This is perfect for somebody who truly practices hermetics, deep occult sciences, and such, certain systems. Or all. Like, I recommend it for everybody, not just if you practice one specific thing. This could be beneficial for everybody, like spiritually and just the tarot community in general. So it's perfect the way it can actually benefit for multiple reasons. So passage, like carrying you to the afterlife, like that's one of the first things that came to my mind from the ferrymen, just because they're like skeletal figures. But passage, as well as like your body, it carries you through this life. And then passage from this life into the next, right? So, so deep. On the surface and just glancing at them, they look like beautiful, stunning works of art, cool cards, but looking deep at them, these go so, so deep. There is so much under the surface of these cards. So this card, for example, each face is kind of different, right? I wonder if this is a different archetype. And I know there's divinity here, especially just in the word cosmos, like shaping things in your true and utmost alignment. So this shape here, to me, that would be the person reading, and perhaps the archetypes in your life that help to shape and mold you into your alignment and divinity. Right offhand, that is what I am thinking. Restraint. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This one may be a long one, guys. I want to soak up every moment of this and really give this deck the time that it needs and deserves. Betrayal, Medusa. Oh my goodness. So how beautiful is that? Take Medusa's story. The betrayal not only from Zeus, but from Zeus's wife, right? From another woman. But at the same time, was she able to take her power back by becoming a monster? No man could hurt her again if they were stone, right? Yeah, well, the power she has. So was she betrayed in this card, or was she the one that betrayed? The serpents on her head. Wisdom, illumination. Good grief. I cannot wait to dive into the book. Oh my goodness. Longing. Oh, wow. Okay, so right off the bat, I know she wants to fly. You know she wants to fly. Huh. Wow. Burden. Ooh, it's a giant carrying the big stone on his shoulders. What burdens do we carry daily? What things do we hold on our shoulders that become very heavy? Even though we're big in our world, some things may weigh us down, right? Unless they are seen and integrated and we see the truth and become in full alignment. Knowing, oh, she is fantastic. Look at her. Look at the headdress. Oh my goodness. So perhaps a priestess or a wise seer. Oh yes. Huh. Death. Oh my goodness. Santa Muerte vibes here. But also death across the board is depicted a lot like this, especially in ancient times. It is beautiful. I love that scythe. Look at that work. Goodness. Ah, and next comes rebirth. You cannot have death without life, and vice versa. Out of death comes life, right? But this rebirth, I mean, you could look at it in many ways. There's many, many ways you could be reborn. Through fire, the perfection, turning your spirit or your consciousness from lead to gold, refining the spirit and the self to enlightenment. Wow. Reckoning. Ooh, we all must face our reckoning, right? Sometimes that is truths that we've been in denial about coming full front. Sometimes that's fragments of ourselves we've been denying that we shine light on and illuminate and pull together. That is beautiful. Guidance. Ah, she has no face, no eyes. That's no accident. She has a torch and her wand, and she's still moving forward, though she is not sure where she is going per se. She's following that light and trusting in the process. Wow. She's pretty much letting her higher self guide her, if I had to put it in a short way. Wrath. Look at that. It almost reminds me a bit of the witch's hag legends, right? Because this is a mythic type oracle. And I don't know if I'm correct. Again, we'll know when we get to the book. But that wrathful, darker aspects that you can put into the thought form or astral body of the witch's hag to carry out your vengeances and other little missions, or as the myths go, you know. Temptation. Oh, look at him. I love it. The goat man. Yeah. I mean, in myth, back in the day, I love how myth and uh, knowledge and hermetics and all of that was put into this together. But back in the day, you know, the devil tempted many women because they were weak, right? So they were easily tempted. This is a phenomenal deck. Awareness. He's not just seeing with his physical senses, he's seeing with all of them. All of them. Every part of this person is awake. Every part. Dissonance. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow, 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 this card. Dissonance. This is when our inner mind, our inner reality, right, is fractured. You are in denial, a bit delusional, maybe. Like you don't see the truths in your reality. You may have beliefs, but the beliefs may not be aligned with the truth. And you are not in a good state here. This type of state would indicate true shadow work, true going within, true honesty, and true facing things to realign ourselves. This is so symbolic and so deep. So far, my favorite card here. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. 3 horns. There's that symbol again. This is a lot of what I'll be talking about on my upcoming Patreon. We are going to be going so deep and so in depth on these very topics. I'm really excited, and I'll announce it when it's ready. But so Obscura, that looks an awful lot like the shadow, right? These cards are almost in order of that alchemical journey and those archetypes that Daniel talked about in his book. I believe that this is the shadow. I could be wrong. But to me, that's my first gut interpretation. So once you are in the previous card state, dissonance, this is your key to alignment. The shadow is our greatest teacher and greatest torturer. And the reason I say that is because it will push to be seen, and it may be painful when we are in a state of that dissonance because we are ignoring what this great teacher has to show us. So, so amazing. The void. Ooh. Oh my. So not only do we have like that primordial void, some call it, you know, Gununga Gap, others dark matter. I mean, there's many names for it. It even kind of reminds me of the black sun a little bit, and the angel inside the void. Wow. I could interpret this card many ways. Perhaps you're feeling like you're in a void in life. Sometimes we need to try to result back to it to find nirvana, right? Other times, it's just a cycle. Creation comes out of the void. Next, we have awakening. Oh, wow. It almost reminds you a little bit of Jesus, right? So once we have integrated that shadow and kind of come back to and went through that void and come out, we're awakened. We're realigning. We're becoming whole again. This entire deck is a journey. Oh my gosh. Next, we have the paradox. Oh. Once we have come out of the void, which in a sense too, like you're surrendering instead of fighting that shadow, right? When we reach that void, you have the paradox. The world is no longer suiting you. The truths you once thought was your truth and the ultimate truth is not the truth. The illusions start falling and the veil becomes thinner. It challenges your entire world and belief systems. Trust. So can you trust what you see? Can you trust what you believe? When you know, you know. You must trust at the same time and surrender to the process. Oh, look. Outlier. Excellent. Ooh, fire. Such an amazing elemental, right? Oh my goodness. It's almost like roots and fire, but I feel like this being was born from fire. That is beautiful. That's another one of my favorite cards in this deck. I absolutely love it. Strength. Ooh, the dragon. He's got 3 eyes on his wings. You can see more from a higher perspective. And that is your strength. The ability to see will make you fly. Wisdom. Oh, how gorgeous. Doesn't that remind you of Hecate a bit? Oh, yeah. It's got the keys and the torch and the... Yeah. I love that so much. Forgiveness. Yeah. Once you come to these truths and go on this journey, you must forgive yourself, forgive others. Not for the reasons we think, but truly, it will free you. Resilience. Ooh, God, I love that. I love that so much. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Complexity. As we humans are, we are one of the most complex creatures, are we not? That is amazing. And very complex. Melancholia. Oh, look. They're looking down and You cannot see the star going across the sky. If we look up, we can follow our hopes, our dreams, right? Patience. Oh my goodness. So patience while things are growing, right? You plant a beautiful garden, a beautiful tree. It may take a while for that perfection to fully come into fruition. That's just like the self. We cannot force this journey. We cannot force this rebirth. We need patience for the process. Continuum. Stages, like the stages of life, or I see like ancestry, like continuing your line, carrying on, right? Through each stage, it continues. Yes. Wow. Stability. Oh, that is perfect. You have the eagle, the wolf, and the lion. So you have your higher self, the ego, and the lower self all in alignment, which creates stability, right? Magnetism. Beautiful. We all have a base vibration. We all have a certain resonance to each of our own individual spirits. You cannot really change that much, like not the baseline of it. So who you are at your core is what you will pull or align yourself with. There's also mirroring. That is so powerful. The Guardian. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is exactly how I designed my servitor. And he is my guardian. Okay, that's like 3 synchronicities with these decks that I've gotten. So I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Daniel, thank you so, so much. Truly is just phenomenal. Growth. Look at that. It's like the Green Man, right? Everything you experience provides growth, or it's supposed to. It's us that battles it, right? It's us that battles it. The unknown. Ooh, it's like somebody who doesn't know who they are, or they're afraid of the unknown, or they are the unknown, or desire to be. Another one that is beautiful and can be interpreted in a few ways. Ooh, enigma. Oh, was our reality challenged? And did we start seeing a different perception of that reality? Wow, that is such a symbolic card. It's like a higher, more enlightened self growing out of the old self, and with the head actually being in the torso, like aligning the head with the heart. It also makes he looks to be a bit in pain, right? Because it's painful sometimes seeing our reality being challenged. That is such a great card. Okay, I can't choose which card's my favorite yet because I have quite a few. Like, I love this whole deck. Turning. Ooh. Maybe you're switching beliefs or switching the self like you're turning into a different alchemical process symbolically from everything you've experienced, everything you've endured, all the spiritual work you've worked on. Surrender. Yes. Only when we surrender can we truly go through this process, right? Or to become, enlightened. You have to surrender to yourself. Not the world, not anything else, to yourself. Oh, I don't want it to be over. The Harbinger. Oh my gosh. It's like an omen. It's signaling that, hey, it's time. Oh my goodness. This deck was truly, truly a joy. Both of them. Truly a joy. I want to take a moment just to say thank you so much to the creator of this deck. This was such a gift, and I think he's magnificent and brilliant, and I hold this work in very, very high regards personally. All right, so I am going to shuffle and then draw 3 cards, and we're going to read with them. I'm going to see how the tarot will read with it, and then I will give you a few suggestions on some of the decks that I have that would probably go quite well with these. So the shuffle on this is phenomenal. I love the way it feels and fans in my hands, a lot like the tarot deck. It's perfection. All right, the 3 cards that I got, we have Melancholia, Transform, and I have Longing. So let's look at the book for Melancholia. Okay. Journey, contemplation, surrender. The Melancholia card depicts a woman in contemplation, seated on a path. Her staff symbolizes inner strength through difficulty. Above, a comet offers celestial guidance. The road stretches forward, showing this pause is temporary. This card represents a necessary period of emotional honesty. It invites you to honor existential pain and loss, to sit with profound questions of meaning. It affirms that feeling sadness and hurt connects us to our humanity. The road suggests this pause, however difficult, is part of a larger journey. I'm getting emotional because I truly feel like this reading was for me, just from what I revealed earlier. And that's so, so powerful, because absolutely what I have been feeling recently. So that's even better. Let's move on to Transform. I've definitely been in the Melancholia's, that card's energy. Okay, our next one, Transform. So, fire, transmutation, emergence. The woman stands calm with the flames, not consumed but transformed. Her gaze is steady from her unburned. The fire curls around her like a cocoon, neither threatening nor violent, but alchemical. Yes! This is the sacred fire of change, the forge of the soul. She's not escaping, she's becoming. This card does not predict destruction. It honors the inner evolution that can only come through heat and pressure. A self is being shed. A new one awaits to rise from within. The flames are crucial, not the enemy. You are invited to trust the process and surrender to the burn. When drawn, this card signals a time of inner and outer metamorphosis. It may be painful, disorientating, or ecstatic, but always meaningful. What once defined you is no longer enough. Step into the fire, let it remake you. Guys, I have so much chills right now. Oh my goodness. This deck's so powerful. It reads powerfully. Instantly, you see I've connected to it. It's connecting to my experience, giving me great guidance for the experience that I'm experiencing. Now let's see the longing. What's going to help me into this transformation? What do I need to do further to transform? So longing, the key words is yearn, ache, and distance. A winged siren stands on barren earth, her gaze fixed upon the horizon. Her feathers are vast, her body half human. Yet she does not fly. The sky waits for her, but she remains grounded, caught between instinct and inertia. She is the embodiment of what cannot be reached, but is always felt. Longing appears when the heart stirs in something absent: love, place, purpose, a self you once knew or never had the chance to become. Does not mean you are broken. It means you remember a truth deeper than the present moment. Longing is proof that your soul still listens for what calls it home. The card invites you to honor the ache. Do not rush to silence it. Within it lies direction. The thing you yearn for may not return, but the feeling itself reveals a map. Trace it, follow it. Let it show you where your spirit is drawn and why. It's like chasing ghosts. I need to let go. That's what I need to do. I need to let go and let the grief and all the pain through the losses and the things that were once endured hold me back. Sometimes it isn't always about, integration with shadow work, or it isn't always about the law of attraction when you want or desire things in your life to manifest. Sometimes it truly is just about letting go, and you will see many of your blockages disappear. Wow, so damn powerful. All right, so as promised, I said that I would do a reading with the tarot deck that was sent to me. The Earth Magic Tarot, when we did the Oracle walkthrough. So let's see. One card, please. Help me with further advice from my higher self for the reading that I just got with the Oracle deck. So stir me in the direction I need to go from here after I let go, please. Stir me into the direction that Oh, here we go. The Hermit. Oh my goodness. This card stalks me. And I mean, it's definitely trying to tell me something then, right? So I guess the good, proper guidance is truly going within. I'm kind of a hermit anyway myself. So truly go within, being real with myself and letting my own lantern guide me. Wow. You know what? Let's do another. Give me one more card. Oh, why, thank you. The High Priestess. Yes. Oh my goodness. Following my inner practice in light. See how she's staring at that moon like it's her mirror. Like it's her window into the cosmos, and she knows that that's her. Like at a higher level, maybe a deeper, maybe even a darker level. Oh my goodness, guys. Ah, yes. These decks are phenomenal and they read so, so well. Oh my goodness. So what do you think? All right, real quick, I do want to just suggest a few that may go well with these, and I might do a separate video that's a pairing. This one has gotten long enough, but perhaps the Thoth Tarot, the Venus Morningstar Tarot, the Arthurian Tarot could go well with this deck, the Myth Oracle, or even the Macabre Tarot as well. It's all about like integration, shadow work, which I feel like this deck is all about symbolically, that alchemical journey and the process of like that. I know we say hero's journey, but this is the alchemist's journey where we are trying to perfect the self. And it's so deep, so beautiful. The deck all around, it reads beautifully, shuffles beautifully. The cardstock's amazing. The art is amazing. The symbols and the actual work to it really make this deck. So I think it's phenomenal. And as for like ratings, 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. The only criticism out of both is with the tarot deck. I will be creating probably just a bit of a stronger, I want to keep it in this box, but I will be probably creating something just a tad stronger, so my cards, I can make sure they're protected. After a while that might wear, but I mean, that's my preference. It has nothing really to do with this deck. But yes, so thank you so much, Daniel Martin Diaz. You are truly appreciated for your work, and go check them out. Links in the description, guys.